Hopefully that worked. Good morning, people. We looking at a blank screen? No, it worked. Cool. All right. Good morning. Good morning. I can hear me, so that's good.
Peplin Creek Aquatics said, Jason, good morning.
Good morning. And welcome to the Easy Stream, where we hang out in my fish room and everything gets done and it's always easy. That's what I like to say, and that's how it's going to be. Good morning, Bionic Bigfoot. I see you're here today. Thanks for being here. Andy Carson, what's going on? I use my clicker too. I don't think I need my clicker. Well, no, we'll keep the clicker on just in case. Just in case we need that. Love it. Andy Carson, good morning. Thanks for being here. Bruiser, CB, what's going on, buddy? Good morning, good morning. Southwest Florida Aquatics, good morning. In the house. Victor C, what's up, buddy? Good morning, good morning. Dennis Christensen, hello, hello, hello. Good Sunday morning. Window liquor number 5. What's up, dude? Good morning, good morning. Puppy's over there doing something. She just got groomed. Come here, pupper. You all cleaned up. Looking good. All right. Good morning, Window Liquor. KJE, man, what's going on, Keith? Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Jen, you made it. Good morning. Eplin Creek, good morning, good morning. Anybody else here? Anybody else? Long Family Show, what's up, man? How you doing? Good morning, good morning. CRP, CR Fish. I can't even say that. Cheryl Smith, good morning. What's going on? All right, guys, we made it. All right. I know we've all been waiting for this moment. I went and saw my buddy last night, and I picked up this overflow box that he 3D printed for me. He's got like a machine set up. He's like a fabricating system going on down there. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see.
John McKenzie said, good morning, weirdos.
This is, I got too much stuff in my hands here. Good morning, Mr. McKenzie.
Alison A.S. said, are you attending Aquashella?
I am not attending Aquashella, that I know of. Where is it and when is it? But all right. Overflow box. This is the part that goes in the tank. This is the thing to keep, like, you know, fish and stuff from falling in here. But I think I probably need to put like a sponge or something on top of that, because the fry can probably still get in that. So yeah, it flows over, siphon, down and out. Here's the outflow tube.
Lovely, that is.
Yeah. The only thing I do know is it has a little bit of remnants from the 3D print in these grates. Watch out, puppy. Down in here, just because of how it was 3D printed. So I'm going to try and see if I can get some of the stringy stuff out of here. Although that might help keep the fry from flowing in there.
Alison A.S. said, Edison, New Jersey. First weekend in September.
Wow. That's not that far away, if I remember correctly. That's a weird place to have Aquashella, though, isn't it? Man, I can't see. This thing's like black.
KJE Aquatics said, in New Jersey near NYC.
Oh, okay. So on the other end of New Jersey. I thought Edison was closer than that. Apparently I'm wrong. Trying to get some of this, I don't know, printing artifacts out. When this one, like, A lot
Love
of
to
3D
trip on
prints.
fish, aka RJ, said it's pronounced CR fish.
CR Fish. Oh yeah. I always thought it was CPR. CR Fish. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a whole lot more sense. I guess I could learn to read. Anyway, 3D prints, a lot of times they use supports, but this, however, is like a sealed box, so you can't really use supports here, so, or you'd never be able to get the supports out. So it just prints it pretty freeform, but it seemed to work pretty well. Like it just definitely needs to be cleaned up a little. Obviously rinsed out and get all those little bits of plastic out of there. Mont, what you doing? I see you looking at me. Mr. Jones is here. Why are you hovering? Why are all these animals hovering? I don't know. Today, I can go a little bit, like I thought I was going to have to leave a little bit, like after like an hour again, but I can go for at least, I think 2 hours today because I have my niece's birthday party's not until afternoon.
310 Aquatic said good morning.
Yo, what's up? Good morning. Not sure how good of a job I need to do with these little stringy things are. It would take a lot of that away, would be some fire, but however, it would also melt a lot of the plastic, so I don't want to do that. I told him I'd let him know how this works, and then said he'd print me more if I need him. I mean, I could get set up my printer, but he's got like the thing dialed in, man. This is a pretty solid print. I will see him again in probably 3 weeks. Although, well, we're good. Keystone Clash is coming up soon.
Window Licker #5 said, I'm glad you found the clicker. Did you feed the weird old guy upstairs today? LOL.
Yes, I did. Someday I hope to be that weird old guy. This is a lot harder than it looks. I mean, it doesn't have to be
Window
perfect.
Licker #5 said he seemed happy. Lol. Love it.
I seem happy. Well, that's good. I didn't realize I didn't seem happy before. I got the water mixed up for the 75. We'll have to do the testing. We'll get some spawning mops changed. Monty just jumped on a fish tank. What you doing, dude? I don't know if we need your help. He's in I don't know what mode he's in. I think he thinks he's getting some more.
Victor C said liked.
Thanks, Victor. Appreciate that. Alright, is that good enough? That's probably good. I need a better tool than this. But I don't know if I have one. Oh, I might have. Hang on. You can still look at him. See if I have small screwdrivers I could probably use. That heads. Maybe. too big. It is a tricky little... Probably should have cleaned this up last night, but it was dark and late when I got home. Oh well. We'll test this out in a minute. Actually, most of these ones on top I probably won't even get used.
Window licker hash 5 said the 125 seems a little cloudy today. Did you just do a water change?
No, I did not. If it seems cloudy, it's probably a 125. Oh, you're talking about the tank behind me. That's this is the 75. And no, it's not cloudy. It's got green spot algae growing on the glass. And Monty apparently standing on it. Now what are you looking for, dude? Alright, we got a lot of this extra out of here. That's cool. See if I can get the rest of it. There's a lot of stringy stuff just hanging here.
Scotty the fish freak said good morning.
Good
Getting
morning.
ready for work so won't be in chat much. Catching up on double time.
Right on.
Clash work day yesterday.
Oh
I think
yeah.
we are about ready.
Sweet. Clash is coming quick.
Bruiser CB said,
Oh yeah? What did Bruiser CB say? You can't see it. He said, speak. Alright. We're almost done here. I'm gonna get these last little bits of hair off of here. Whatever I can get, I can get. Whatever I can't get, I can't get.
KJE Aquatics said, did you go to that swap yesterday?
No, I did not. I had a pretty busy day yesterday. Had to be somewhere at 10 in the morning. Had to be somewhere at noon, well, 12:30, for a luncheon thing with my mother-in-law and brother-in-law. Yeah, and then I went and hung out with my friends last night. Picked up this 3D print. So I was pretty much busy from 10 in the morning on. Lily, you coming to help? Run, Lily. I don't want to be such a perfectionist about this. I think this is good enough. Just trying to get it from hanging down like that. Just can't get some of these longer ones. I can't really see. Don't break it. Monty breaking stuff. Yeah, anyway, so that tank looks cloudy because it needs to be cleaned. The glass. Maybe we'll do that in a minute here. If I can ever get done with this stupid thing. Alright. Give it a rinse. Little Lily, what are you doing? Be good enough, I guess. Well, I'm getting stuff out of the overflow there, so I'm guessing got rid of some of it. Let's use hot water, see what happens. Out, it's too hot. This way, water would flow. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Big old rat's nest come out of there. I know that's probably loud. Ooh. String of it. Cool. Let's see. Yeah. Spend a little more time on that, but I don't want to spend all day on this. Alright. I guess what we should do is try and set this up. See if it works.
Pish, Cheryl Smith.
See, it
said,
says
I think
Pish.
French toast, bacon and eggs sound good for breakfast this morning.
That sounds excellent. Excellent. Alright, let's move this. Let's move that. Let's set this over here for now. Get this Hughes out of here. Probably end up saving his hose. No. Wet. We have another piece of this tubing over there too if I need it. You just hang tight for a minute, right? Lily, I don't need your help. Run, Lily! Ooh! Almost tripping on the cord. Alright. What do I need to hose? Not long enough? Oh. Set it off though, because it's dusty. This is what I need, more wet hands. Here you go, Lily. She loves her twist ties. Just finds them. The star of the show, Lily. Oh, this is a long size tube. Ow, that was my knuckles. Oh. Mmm. Mmm. Do I have other tubing? I do. I don't know if it's too big. Hang on. We gotta look into things here. You only need this for testing purposes. Does that fit? This will fit. Might have to heat it up. I want to break the box. Oh, give me a sec. Get some coffee in me. I have a heat gun for this exact purpose. Yeah, Lily. I don't know why those animals are all creeping around. Stop creeping, little Lily. You too, little Zoser. All right, pupper. I know you're okay. All right, we gotta turn this on. Turn it off for now. This on. Heat gun. Just gonna heat this tube up real quick. I love the smell of plastic in the morning. Getting there. A little more on that side. A little bit more down the middle. Ooh, that's blowing hot air in my leg out the other tube. Woo! Alright. Hopefully this works. Oh, yeah. Like butter. Actually, a pretty good light. Oh, no, wait. Twist it a little. So it's, yeah, there we go. That seems like that might work. Alright, now the tricky part. Get this in the fish tank. Guess I gotta prime it. The way I would prime the other one. I should probably do that in a bigger tank. Because there's no way I'm getting in there. And yeah. Yeah. Let's hope we don't suck up any little dudes. Now what can we do? These grates here. I have like a fine mesh, but that's probably too fine. It'd probably clog real easy. Sponge. Sponge would be a little awkward. It would work though. I'd have to put a sponge over like this whole part right here. As you can see, this is all one piece. Hmm. If I have a sponge big, yeah. Would that might work actually. No, I think that's a little too small though, right? Yeah. Thinking about maybe taking a sponge from like a sponge filter and just kind of like
Barbara
destroying
Jackson
it.
said, "Good morning, Jason and everyone."
Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Windowlicker #5 said, "I find a lot of episodes turn out a ear worn for the day. Why do I hear? Found you lurking around my back door, creeping in. LOL."
What is that? No. Sundown. Sundown, you better take care. Found you creeping round my back stair. Right, let's turn that off. Let's put this away. Well, I guess we can test it. Just worried about fry getting into the... Well, that would be frittatas and Celebes mixed together, so I guess that's not the end of the world. Not like they can breed or anything. What did I just do? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna have to sacrifice this. There's a big sponge. Bet you if I cut this in half. Oh. That's the problem then. This is what's gonna cause... This would cause it to back up then. So this would get clogged. Would not be easy to clean. Or easy to well, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I just leave it the way it is? Survival of the fittest. As the dumb little fry goes in the overflow, then I guess that's the end of the little world. He's just gonna go down the other tank. I don't know. I'm kind of like trying to keep these dudes isolated, right? I guess ideally, what I should do is hard. Hang on, I have an idea.
Alishan AS said, "How long is the stream today, Jason?"
We're gonna go at least till 11, like 2 hours. because I have to, I have this, this might work. Need some hot glue though. I have this plastic canvas. I mean, theoretically, Fry could still get into that too, but it'd be a whole lot less likely. Right, a little bit more of a safety guard. Especially if I could.
Window licker #5 said if it clogs, will it overflow?
That's the thing, yes, it will. It's just like any tank that has a, you know, if it ain't flowing out faster than it's flowing in, or as fast as it's flowing in, it's gonna fill up the tank. I guess maybe we try it the way it is and say good luck to these dudes. Yeah, let's try it the way it is, and then if we need to make modifications, I could always hot glue some of this on there around the sides. Top is actually pretty small holes. Thought it was almost a little bit bigger than this, but that's not bad. Just as big open gates is what I'm worried about on the side. I think ideally in the future I might be able to modify this print. Add some of these in there. I have to look at this. Let's test it the way it is.
SWFL Aquatics said if you get BBA on sponge filter, put it outside in sun till dry and dead. Place sponge in shrimp tank filter will be all clean.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's what I've heard. I'm not convinced. Alright, then we get a bunch of air out of that. Spin it around again, make sure we get a bunch of air out of it. Make sure we get all the air out. I need to take this like that. I'm going to be spilling a little bit of water here. Come on. Why won't you go? What's going on here?
Barbara Jackson said how strong is the flow out? Could
Don't know
Fry
yet.
swim away easily?
We haven't tested it. This is the first time. Alright, you know what I need? I need a bucket. I'm going to make a mess. Pour a little this. Use this bucket. We don't have any little fry swimmers. Okay. Let's move this out of the way. Man, that's really draining. Did we get any babies in there? No. So they managed to not get stuck in that. Alright. Do this way. Might have to the hot gun again to give me a little bit more angle of the dangle. Alright. That's that. I don't know if you can see, that's in there. Everything's drained. I just have this hanging like that. Right here. It's going to flow into that. So I'm going to add a gallon some water to this tank because it's a little low. Then we're going to kick on the pump. We'll see what happens. So let me get some RO. Here's a jug of RO. A little too close here. So let's back up here. See, where's my... Alright, that's kind of giving us a good angle there. Maybe a little there. Gonna add the jug of RO in here. Stir up all that mold. Oh, I'm filling up too fast. Spilling on the floor. Yes. All right. Wait a second for that to settle. Let me get this towel. Spill this water on the floor. Good thing I'm on concrete. There to get washed. Worst. Okay. Give it a few seconds to settle down. Start kicking mold everywhere. Let's get this mop out of the intake. I forget what day the mops are today, so. There. Okay. Let me, color mops we are. We are yellow, so we need the green mops. So I'm going to take the green mop out of here to begin with. And give it a minute. Rinse this real quick. Well, I might as well grab the frittata mop while I'm here. Do this swap. Come here, frittatas. Caught about it. Check real quick. See who's in the eggs. Yeah, there's a few. Look like they may be a little nibbled on. Good enough. Set it here for now. It's probably good. Let's kick it on, see what happens. Dun dun dun. Outlet, there's the outlet. Alright, we flowing? Alright, we got chooch. Very slow flow. Matter of fact, it's going to need to fill up the top tank too, so I might need to add more water to this tank. See up here, got water flowing in very slowly. This tank was a little low. I think I'm going to need more water. You can kind of see that it still had a little bit of sediment. You can see it getting cloudy. It's really trickling in here. Sure, we could open this a little more. We don't want too much of a flow. A little bit better. Still not even flowing out. We'll be able to see it flowing out through this. Let's go back down. Yeah, it's starting to flow out now. Starting to flow out there. Yep, starting to get flow out the pipe. A little trickle. There we go, it's getting a little bit more. I'm gonna have to Adjust this hose, I think. Or whoa. We're gonna need to probably use that heat gun on that. All right, we definitely got flow. What I don't like is how close the... Is that a baby that just went through there?
KJE Aquatic said, don't forget to hit the like.
Don't forget to hit the like, man. I don't like how close this is to the end. Like, it's basically the water's flowing in and out. So I should almost move this, or this box, to like the front of the tank here, but then I got it sitting in the front of the tank. That might actually be better, though. Hmm. Either that, or we need to adjust how this flows in. On this side, maybe. Let's try not to get too forceful with anything. Hey, that works. Feels like it would work, but I'll use the heat gun on that. It's going to want to snap back. There we go. I can go back in the corner. That actually works better. Huh. That might be a solution here. It could work.
Window Licker #5 said put a clamp on it. Geek Boy said don't forget to hit the middle finger emoji.
All right. I think we might have something here. Flowing, flowing, flowing. This tank, I guess that's the level it's going to
Barbara
be
Jackson
at.
said since I came in later, I missed the objective of this project. What are you trying to do?
We installed that black overflow box that I had a buddy 3D print me.
Love to Trip on Fish, aka RJ, said #live laugh loach.
Live, laugh, loach. All right. So, yeah, I think we might be okay here. I don't know if that's too much of a flow, but... As long as we don't overflow or start flowing in faster than we're flowing out, I think we're good. The top tank stays. I don't know. Working. The question is, will it work all week? What I should do is take a moment here.
Whips World said hiya, beautiful people.
What's
Let's
up,
get
Whip?
tanked!
Good morning.
Geek Boy said I thought you had a 3D printer.
I do have a 3D
Why did
printer.
someone else print it?
Because he's got it, he would like, I got to set mine back up. Well, I got to like calibrate it and all that good stuff. And he was already dialed in, and I was sitting down at his house like 3 weeks ago, and I was talking about it because he has. He has.
The overflow box is to set up a 3-tank fry system and use only one heater.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, long story short is he has 5 3D printers, and they're like pretty like high-end printers, man. This dude is like, he went overboard, and he had everything dialed in. And I was talking to him. I was like, "Oh yeah, I've been meaning to set up this print." He's like, "Dude, send me the print. I'll print it right now." So I did, and he did. It took like a couple hours. Like it took like 9 hours to print. I think the first print, the way he had, because it wasn't sure how to orient it, and the first print didn't turn out well, so he reprinted it again the next day. And it was just sitting there. So I was like, you know what, I'll just pick it up next time I see you. And that was last night. So that's why. I mean, I should set up my 3D printer, I should say. But at the end of the day, it was just more convenient. You're waiting for me, sometimes it's going to be another month or two. I do need to set up my printer, though. I got to get some prints going. All right, I think, like I said, I think what the idea here is, I should take a marker, mark where that is at the moment, and over the course of this next, keep an eye on it every day, check it. There's a marker. But I'm going to call this, so far, a success. I mean, it works. Whether it works long term or not, it's another. All right, there's the mark. Yep, and then the heater down here with the heater controller in the bottom tank here is where the heater and the pump and the heater controller are all hooked in. Currently it's 73 degrees, probably because I put a gallon of cold water in there. Well, room temperature water. So over the next couple of hours, these will heat up. What is this, 15 gallons at most, and we're already down like a couple. So if this works, then I can use that overflow box on this tank, and then get another 5-gallon for here. And we could do that same setup there.
Geek Boy said, did you do anything special to make sure the box does not leak?
What do you, no, other than print it. I mean, it's a pretty solid wall. It was a 3D print designed for this purpose. So I don't know. I don't think it'll leak, unless it cracks. Stress, which for me, manhandling it definitely could cause. So we'll see. We'll see how this works. Hopefully this works well. I'll need to pick up another 5-gallon tank. I already have another pump. I already have another heater. And I already have another heater controller. So I already have all that waiting. And this solves the problem of drilling these 5-gallon tanks, because these tanks, the glass is so thin, man. Every single one of these I've drilled, I've cracked. And these 5-gallon tanks are more expensive than the 10-gallon tanks. So yeah. So we'll see.
Whip's World said, I'll be in and put. Making that double time Monias after last night's storms rolled through. Also,
Oh yeah.
Eduardo.
Uh-oh.
Let's see if that draws him in, haha.
Summon the Eduardo. What have you done? Alright. We'll put that there like that. We'll keep an eye on everything, man. Hopefully we don't get any fish in flowing over that edge there. Might be alright.
Barbara Jackson said, yeah, I never understood why the 5 gallons are so much more expensive.
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? And they don't ever put them on they don't count for the dollar per gallon stuff either, so. You gotta pay full price, and they're like 25 bucks or something like that. So. I just thought, I don't know, I just had an idea here. But I don't know if that would work either. I need
Window Licker #5 said,
measure.
what's the heater set to? How many babies are there now? Maybe
78
put some of this
degrees.
down so we can see the difference.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't even know how to count all the babies in here. First of all, let me take this green mop out. Get the moss out of it. You put the green mop in, you put the green mop out.
Peplin Creek Aquatics said you can get the 5-gallon tanks at the Petco sale here.
Really?
Whip's World said does hardly anything make sense in the corporate world, Babs.
You ain't wrong. Yeah, ours doesn't do it. And it's like 10 gallons and up to, I think well, first of all, it's no longer $1 per gallon. It's now half off for half the stuff. So they've already changed that. Right, this is the Celebes. Swap this mop real quick while we're here. See the eggs in here?
Peplin Creek Aquatics said ours didn't before, but now they do, so check your Petco now.
I will definitely check. I don't know when the next 50% off sale is though, so gotta keep an eye on that too. Need an alert. There are some eggs in here, so that's a good sign. So we'll throw that in there. Let me get the flashlight. Let me dump this water out. Water out of the bucket. Oh no. I'm gonna sneeze. And that's gonna cause chaos. Hang on. Told you. She's currently trying to kill the cat because she can't get to me. Alright. Zoe, it's been 11 years now. I sneeze every day. Do we really need to go through this? Do we? I'm okay. You don't have to try and kill me. Alright, there's obviously a lot of stuff that got churned up because of... I don't know how to count these guys. There's a lot more than I can probably count. 6 right there. 7. 8. One in the back is 9. A bunch over there. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't know. There's a lot in here, okay? In the bottom tank, let's see. I know there was at least 3. I see 4 now. So, these are frittatas? I just gotta let them grow. There's 5.
Whip's World said I would have to check our Petco. I don't shop for 5-gallon tanks or even 10S. I just assumed they did. I know they only go up to 75-gallon tanks, but that doesn't include the 65-gallon high.
Interesting. Yeah, I know yeah. But I do think maybe the 75s aren't 50%. I thought they were on the 50% off sale, the 75s. I don't know. It's been a while since I had to buy a tank that big. So we'll see. I don't know. There's a handful in here. But these look like, obviously they're bigger. We might actually be to the point where we can take these out. Put them in. A couple of them are little. I don't know. And this tank up here just has the past sky rainbows. There's 2 of them in here. They're probably big enough to put back in.
Barbara Jackson said you started counting right as I was counting out my coffee ground scoops, LOL. But I didn't lose count.
Oh, there you go. You're better than I am. Yeah, there's no way I'm counting these. At least not easily. Probably should get some rid of that moss in here. Make this a little more bare bottom. I was just thinking about something here. Hang on. I need a tape measure. I think maybe, I don't know if that would fit though. Where's a tape measure? That's a good question. They're probably all upstairs. Oh my God. All right, Zoe, I'm sorry. I sneezed. You gotta give it up, pup. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I was thinking maybe, I don't know if I could fit a 20 long in this rack, but I don't think I could. I don't think I could. Too long. I could divide the 20 longs. Just use.
Love to trip on fish, aka RJ, said your dog barking set off my dogs.
That's how she likes to roll. Trust me. Every morning the neighbors are like, yep, there's Zoe. She likes to bark out. She's a Shetland sheepdog, and their motto is run fast and bark loud. That's all they ever want to do.
Window Licker #5 said, did you always have a heater in the bottom tank, or did you just put it in when you started this sump project?
I put it in.
It's been a bit. Did the heater help the hatch?
I'm sure it did with the
KJE
fricatas.
Aquatics said later, folks. Son want to go to a new Bass Pro shop that just opened near us.
Ooh, nice. Good luck with that. The bottom tank only had a heater when I started this project. There we go. Let's put that in. There we go. That's a little tight, but. I'm bothering with these lids, honestly. There we go. Anyway, Keith, thanks for joining us. Have a good day. Enjoy the Bass Pro Shop. This tank, I put a heater in when I started this project, but obviously I didn't take it out when I stopped the pump flowing. So we'll have to.
Window Licker #5 said, did you notice a difference, or maybe?
The problem is the only thing in the bottom here were these fricatas, so I always get eggs from them. They always seem to do well. I haven't noticed the hatch rate difference because I don't think I've really been paying that much of attention with those guys. I don't know. So the answer is I don't know. I did notice when it was running for like that week or so. Well, I did it for a couple weeks in a row. I just had to keep resetting the sump or the siphon. So yes, I think there was.
Select Pet said I'm late, but I'm here.
Right on, man.
Good morning, all.
Good morning. Yes, I do think there was a better hatch rate when the heat was flowing in all the tanks. But now that hopefully this will be a little more consistent, we'll check it out. We'll give it a week. I'm going to keep an eye on this water level that I marked right there. Every day I'm going to check it. Several times a day I'm going to check it. The only real thing that I could see being some sort of an issue is fry going over that overflow and then making their way down into this tank. And then I guess the other concern would be that fry go into that pump and make their way up to that tank. But these are different species than this, and that's a different species than this. So I think, well, no, that's not true. These are pseudomugals. Those will be pseudomugals. So I think maybe that might be an issue, that they might get mixed. Actually, I think the bigger concern that I've had happen in the other tanks with the parents is the power cuts that'll back siphon a little bit, right? And if that back siphons a little bit, it might suck a fry down into the sump. I have caught fry in the sump over there. Or it could be an egg, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if there's a way around that. Don't know. Oh my god, I gotta blow my nose. So, I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, do the other mops. This is the tank I really need to start. Oh yeah, you know what? I have baby brine shrimp ready to feed too, so we can do that in a minute here. Let me get it. So they're ready to feed. Oops, look at that here. I forgot all about that till now. Hang on, let me blow my nose. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright, so I got the baby brine ready, or getting ready. Let's see if we see any babies in here. I haven't seen any babies in here in a while. Oh yeah, that's right. I knocked the stupid lid in the tank the other day. Nope, not seeing anything. Anyway, we gotta pull the green mop out. Yeah, this water is definitely a lot colder. I'm in there, might as well grab this thing. Set that back up. Let me rinse off this mop. I have been using been freezing some of that. Oh yeah, I can show you. I mean, I did talk about freezing some of the baby brine. One batch of baby brine freezes quite a bit. But when I feed it, I always feed the whole batch. Ooh, that in there. Up out there. These are the Luminatus. I'm not really getting many eggs out of these guys. Ooh, is that an egg? There goes snail. I really gotta. These guys don't like to give me eggs. I think maybe the tank is not set up for them, right? Probably laying eggs everywhere but where I want them to. Now let's put this lid back on properly. Ugh. Put the hinge on backwards. I should really just get better lids. I'm so sick of dealing with these. There we go. Alright, and the only other tank we gotta deal with is the top one. These are the Gertrudes. There is at least 3 frying here I've seen. Yep, there's 2 there. You see another one earlier. Yeah, there's 3 right there. 2, 3. Gertrude. Yeah, I do think the hatch rates are probably suffering because of how cold this is. That's not helping me. That's why I'm hoping this whole system works out. Because then it would solve the drilling tank thing. It would throw in another heater. Rinse this mop out. I've also thinking about getting another brine shrimp hatchery and just hatching baby brine every day, feeding every day. I think that might go a long way. I want to party all the time, party all the time. Don't ask me why that just popped in my head. There's one little egg right there. Maybe more, but I see at least one. Okay. The only other thing I need to do is the tanks I've been putting out in the summer tub, or the mops I've been putting out in the summer tub, which would be these guys, which are the Pasky Rainbows. That's why there's no mops in that other tank, is because I've been putting them in the tub outside. And we need a green mop over there. Take a real, oh, there are some eggs in here. Yes. I see some eggs. Yay. I've been trying to up the feeding and make sure I feed them every day, baby brine. Whether it's frozen or not. I'll show you the frozen thing here in a minute. Pump this water up. And the other mop I've been doing is the F2s, the second colony of Celebes that were originally from the summer tub last year, is what pretty much came out of them. I think I had like one Gertrude, and all the others were Celebs. There are definitely eggs in this mop. There between my thumbs. Bunch in there. There. Cool. So these are going to go outside into the tub. We get some green mops to put in the back in the tanks before I forget. Are these green? They're not green mops. These were red. These are green. Okay, cool. We rinse this. And then we're done with that. Put them in parents here with the main colony. There. Here, I think the reason I got a lot more eggs out of the Celebes one is because I took all the guppy grass out, which is, I think, is where they were laying eggs. Oh yeah, I put that in the tub outside. All right, I think that's that. I think we're good on this system for now. In the future, I'm hoping that that overflow box works well. And I just need to... I won't see him for another 3 weeks, so if it's running in 2 weeks, I'll give him a notice, say, hey man, print me 2 more of those. And then we'll set it up in this one and that one, and then we gotta get a 5. Probably I'll get a 5 gallon somewhere. And then set it up. Then we gotta move the worms. This one's actually, this had what are they? Tubifex worms. But that colony's gone. Nothing left. So that tank can be reset. I'm gonna
Barbara
do something
Jackson
with the
said,
worms too.
So are plants also in a tank the reason I never get eggs in mops?
Yes.
All my tanks have plants.
I'm pretty sure that's part of the reason why I'm not getting eggs and mops. Some of them. Like, I think the Luminatus, I think they're using to let that, there's like pothos growing in that tank and the roots, and I think that's what they're laying their eggs in and not the mop. So I don't know. Maybe I just take that pothos out. Or maybe I put the roots in a different tank. That's not a bad idea. Put them in with my black Schultz eyes, which are getting big. They're all out right now. Let's take a look. Got these from Fishroom. 6, and there's all 6. Well, one just swam in the back. They're getting bigger. You guys look good. A lot of snails in this tank, man. Because I try to feed this one pretty good. A lot of guppy grass too. Alright, let's turn this on. Dun dun dun! Remember this tank? We've been doing this every week. We've been dealing with this tank. Every week. Getting a little algae on the glass. We got a test. Alright, some things need to happen real quick. Number 1 is I need more coffee. Number 2.
That's lovely, that is.
Yeah. I need to set up the siphon overflow. So let me get my chicken legs out of the way. Let's go here. Okay. That's
Congratulations, Peplin Creek Aquatics, on the membership milestone.
Yay!
Peplin Creek Aquatics has been an extraordinary aquarist for 23 months.
Right on, man!
Window Licker #5 said OMG the bread is going more, not less WTF.
What? What? Oh, the power head's not moving. I'm like, why does this not look like it's flowing? I don't know. We'll see, man. I'm hoping. We've been doing a slow transition on this tank. I have noticed that that blackbird algae does look different, right? I don't know. And this has stopped working again, so I don't know. Gotta clean this glass. So let me get the test vials before I do anything, before I stir this up too much. I see 5 on the glass, 1 over there, that's 6. Why do we only have 6 now? Come on, man. We used to have 8, but I've only ever seen 6. 1, 2, 6. Anybody anywhere else? I don't know, maybe we lost 2.
Window Licker #5 said the black bread is going more. Barbara Jackson said that is some impressive blackbeard algae.
Thank you. I appreciate that. At least somebody can appreciate it. You think it's growing more? I don't know. I think it looks, I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. I think. The black bread. Time to test the water. We've been using remineralized water now for the last, I don't know, month? How are these looking? Pretty good. Take them over to my little testing room. little testing area here.
Window Licker #5 said it's definitely more beard. This is crazy.
You think? I don't know. I don't believe you. All right. Two things we're going to do real quick before. Let me get to testing real quick. These vials all squared away real quick. We got to test the TDSs too. I mean, I did fertilize last week too, so maybe they're enjoying that. The extra nutrients. Okay. Let me do the TDSs real quick before I forget. $350. Okay, Pupper. 350.
Elaine said, "Are you shortening the light hours?"
No, I mean, we've done that a while ago. We did change the light. But, the TDSs are up actually this week. 350. What is today? 16? 17? 18. Okay. Yeah, we went up a little bit on the TDSs. Probably because I mineralized or added fertilizer last week. That would make sense. All right. Second thing second. I need to run outside real quick. And when I'm going out there, I'm going to drop off these mops into the summer tub. I'm going to
Window
grab...
Licker #5 said, "Has it been a year since you did the reset? How long?"
I think October's a year. When I swapped from the 55 to a 75, it's been, I think, here, I could look it up. Because that's when I started the new chart. Right? It will have been, yep, October 20th is when, so we're coming up on a year. Coming up on a year. All right, I need to grab stuff, scissors out of my car. I'm gonna drop these mops off. I'll be back in a minute. So you guys just hang tight and look at the fish. All right, be right back.
Bruiser CB said, "Looks like more wood is showing and black beard is thinning." Window Licker #5 said, "I think it's grown since last week and seems to be flopping over with growth." Whip's World said, "It's very, very quiet. Is Jason hunting wobbits?"
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right. Whew. There's a lot of running. Let me start the siphon. We will start the water. And then we will start the testing. Well, start the water, start the siphon. Happening right now. Boom, boom, boom. Yep. Cool, cool, cool. Get that there. Next, I gotta start the. Try not to get my shirt stuck in there. Not sure why this isn't working.
Geek Boy said, sorry you're back? You should be.
Yep. Alright, that's flowing now. That's good. The other thing I noticed is there's a plant stuck on this. Stick you in there. See, this Blackbeard.
Xanadu said, good morning, fishy friends.
Yo, what's up, man? Look at that. It's flowing nicely in the breeze. Let me clean this off. There's some bulbitis. Whatever was left of the bulbitis, I don't know. That intake. That leaf out of there. Okay. Now, let me rinse my hands real quick and get the 20 gallons of water out of the way. We'll start flowing in and flowing out. And we will test. Well, then I should probably clean the glass and then we should test. Oh, I probably could do both at the same time, but I'm not that skilled. I want to party all the time. Okay. Got 20 gallons of RO or remineralized water. Let us get the pump. Get that chooching. Get that right there.
Benjamin Peters said, good morning.
Good morning. Under, over here. Gotta turn this back on. Turn that off. Turn that back on. Alright, we got water chooching in. Water should be chooching out. Take that. Whoops. Come on, man. Using my powers. Trying to get some green spot on the glass.
Vinoksky said, good morning, guys.
What's up, man? Good morning. Alright, I tried. Seawater starting to flow out. This is also not the right scraper for this. This is one
Peckling
for
Creek Aquatics said, "Happy birthday, Ben!"
Happy birthday! Yeah, this designed for I bought the wrong scraper. Designed for acrylic tanks. Ugh. Get around here. See if I can put this lid back on there. I did pull out some of the mops from the old from the tub that was there from the green mops I took out. That way I don't have like every single mop I own is in the tub all summer. That's what happened last year. Got a little out of control. Alright, I think we're good on that. So we will put this here. We'll put that there. Try and wipe off some of these smears. Or make more. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. We will let that chooch. And I will start testing. Now that I got the scissors to make life easier, start with the nitrates. It's very warm outside today. Add the calibration fluid. Here. Add C2. Let's do this. I don't think there's anything in there yet. So we'll turn that back down. That was the pump kicking on. I don't think I had enough chance to fill up. All right. Hear it. Hear it flowing. Starting to fill up faster. Yep. Okay, cool. Should work now. Shake this up. Ooh, let's open the bottle.
Barbara Jackson said, "Is that a threadfin Acara? I think those
No.
are so pretty."
I agree, but that is not a threadfin Acara. It is there are two Geophagus pyrocephalus is what they call them now, fireheads, and then one Jack Dempsey. I mean, not Jack Dempsey. I'm sorry, firemouth cichlid. So firemouth cichlid and two fireheads. All right, that was that. Now let's do the phosphates. But a threadfin acara is definitely cool. I would not mind a few of them.
PNW Aqua said, "Good morning, folks."
Good morning.
Barbara Jackson said they're very pretty too.
Yeah. Firemouth is one of the original fish I originally kept when I first got into the hobby. That's kind of why I picked them up. Taking myself back to my roots. That, I had a Jack Dempsey and an Oscar. This is back in the 80s. 1980s. Last century. Oh my God, this is reminding me. My son was over at my parents' house hanging out. And they went through some old photo albums. And he got to see pictures of me as a youngin' in high school and whatever. He was like, dude. I was like, yeah, I was rocking a mullet in high school. As was tradition. Made me think. Funny. All right. Shake, shake, shake. Drops off the bottle. Any fingerprints?
Benjamin Peters said I rocked the rat tail myself, Lola.
Nice. Rat tails. So funny. All right, those are those two. Phosphates, nitrates, and then I'm going to test for silicates again. And hopefully this is getting lower.
Barbara Jackson said I had a long poodle perm in the early 80s Seth.
Awesome. Poodle perms. The other look was the Farrah Fawcett. Everybody had them.
Window Liquor #5 said so with this mineralization is maybe just feeding the BBA exactly what it wants, or for the plants they do look green.
Well, that's what we're testing, man. I mean, clearly I was feeding BBA what they wanted before.
Geek Boy said thankfully my parents didn't love me enough to take many pictures of me.
You got off lucky, man. All right. You gotta wait 4 minutes. We need solution B and C. There's C, there's B. We're gonna have to, I got a box of more solution stuff upstairs, so. This is the last of the B. Testing silicates.
Window Liquor #5 said, did anyone have a rat tail?
Oh yeah. Well, I had that more like that was
Whips
my middle
World
school
said
years.
I rocked the mullet into the mid-90s.
Nice.
I never did the rat tail, but I did bleach a strip of my hair white from my ear down.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I don't need the bleach for that effect anymore.
No, I had the rat tail in like middle school. And then I went to the mullet for high school. And then in the mid-90s, I did the frosted tips thing on my hair. Probably pictures of that floating around somewhere too. I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, maybe it's just Blackbeard likes the water. I miss the mullets and the frosting. Nice. The perm mullet. Oh yeah. Now that Now that was a look. All right, phosphates are 050. I think are about the same they were last week. A little bit
Select
up.
Pet said, "Oh yeah, I remember the
nitrates, I mean.
frosted tips thing. I tried a DIY version and ended up looking like a leopard."
050 on the phosphates. Up a little bit. Did I set a timer? I thought I did. Okay, I did set a timer, thank God.
3G said, "What about 501 essays?"
501, what? I gotta read that. 501. 501s.
Fishcapade said, "Good morning, everyone."
Good morning, Bishkavades. I don't remember. I don't know what
Geek
501s
Boy
are.
said, "I never had a rat tail or a mullet.
Ah.
Thankfully, there are no photos to prove otherwise."
How about the mullet with the rat tail? Alright, we're reading the nitrates right now. 8.7, so they're dropping the nitrates. .7. They've been going down consistently ever since we've been doing this. Phosphates have been kind of steady-ish.
3G said, "Buttonfly jeans." P&W Aqua said 501S are some tight Levi's.
Oh, 501. Oh, yeah.
Barbara Jackson said 501 Levi's jeans, I think.
That's right. Okay, now I remember all about that. Yeah, I definitely had them. Everybody had them.
Fishcapade said him off to make some Repashy lurking for a second. Be right back.
Right on. Rapashi. All right. We got 1 minute, then we calibrate. Then we do solution C. So 8.7 phosphate
Select Pet
nitrates.
said, "Was I the only one that hated the 501 jeans?"
Yeah, I think everybody liked those, man.
Whip's World said, "I did the perm mullet in college trying to look like John Bon Jovi, but I ain't as purty as Johnny and the perm was way too tight." The wife said, "Had she met me then, we wouldn't be married now." Barbara Jackson said, "Jeans cut-offs with the uneven frayed edges at the beach."
Oh yeah. Or the holes in the knees. All right, we're calibrating. Still calibrating. Thinking real hard about this calibrating. Go. Let's add the stuff and see. Hopefully it doesn't turn bright blue right away. I had a little bit of hope last week because it didn't instantly turn blue. So, I was thinking maybe the silicates are getting a little better.
Dave's Aquarium Thoughts said, "I'm going back to Cali. I going back to calibrate."
3 minutes on
3G
that.
said, "Acid wash too."
Acid wash jeans, yep. Jordache. All right. I'm pretty sure those silicates are probably going to still be through the roof. In the meantime, I pulled these mops out from the tub. I'm going to rinse them and dry them out. I've seen some fry in there, but lately it's real hard to see in there because A, I put the guppy grass in there, B, I got a bunch of mops floating on top. Deal with that at the end of summer, I guess, which is coming up soon. I think we can go into September until it starts getting too cold. And a lot of these fish are, native to Australia. Some of them. New Guinea, so
Whip's World said
can
I
handle
like the
maybe
hippie brown
50s.
suede jacket with fringe and the matching knee-high moccasin
Oh
boots.
yeah.
Ha ha.
Oh yeah, the frills.
Windowlicker Hash 5 said I wanted a Raiders jacket that all the cool kids had.
All right. Moccasins and the frills. Oh my god, I remember all that. And the poodle perms. I could see it now. Be funny. Nowadays the kids are, they're gonna look back on their photos and be like, oh my god, what were we doing? Like the skinny jeans? I don't get that at all. We got 4 seconds left. It is going to blink blue, or blink 2.0, I guarantee it. Yep. Every week. Oh, that's pretty blue too. Holy cow.
Barbara Jackson said they're going to say broccoli. What were we thinking?
All right, so the silicates are still through the roof. Someday we may get the silicates under control. Doesn't look like it though. I think maybe next week, since it's been enough.
Whip's World said the kids into goth have to be mortified looking back at their
Oh my
high school
God.
pictures. Ha ha ha.
Black eyeliner, the Cure t-shirts, Cure haircuts.
Dave's aquarium thought said broccoli? Now I just can't get Dana Carvey singing about it out of my head.
I'm chopping broccoli. I'm chopping broccoli. I remember that. That was classic. Let's put these files all back. Let's put the lids back. All right. And we'll go take a look at the test results. While we let that tank chooch. All right. Where's my pointer? There it is.
Windowlicker Hash 5 said we were all cool, but our parents' bell-bottoms that looked weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. 70s with the plaid. All right. The nitrates are plummeting. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. We're down to 8.0 or 8.7. I'm sorry. Every week I've been doing this, it's been dropping. Every week I've been doing this, the phosphate's been kind of Come on, it's still climbing a little bit. The TDSs were dropping. They popped back up a little bit. Last week I did add fertilizers. I added iron and potassium. Well, maybe some of this, the TDSs, I don't know about the phosphates. I don't know.
3G said, "Wait a minute. I get bell bottoms."
You still rocking them. All right. That's that. We got like 10 minutes yet. All right, cool. We got everything done today that I needed to get done. Hey.
Thank you, PNW Aqua, for the $1.99 USD super chat. You rock. PNW Aqua said, "Bunch of old folks in this chat."
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. And thank you very much for that. But yeah. We're all old heads, man. It's a good thing, I guess. Let's see how far along we are on this pump. Pumpy pump. We got a little bit to go.
Dave's aquarium thought said, "Who you calling old?"
Not me. We need the other option is add more plants, right? Oh, yeah, speaking of that. I do have plants in quarantine from Dustin's fish tanks.
"3G said, "My parents really love me. I had yard darts."
Yeah, lawn darts.
Barbara Jackson said, "As my father-in-law used to say, any day this side of the dirt is a good day."
That's right.
Window Liquor #5 said, "So no drastic change. Are you changing the amount of the remineralized water?"
No, it's I've been doing 20 gallons. Is that right? Yeah, 20 gallons of RO flowing in. Well, it's basically because I'm doing the siphon overflow thing, it's kind of diluting itself in there. So I wanted to do that slowly at first, just to kind of start changing the. But I think next week, that's what I was saying, next week I might actually do a straight up water change, like take it down 20 gallons. That's the thing, I gotta kind of figure out where 20 gallons is. Take it down 20 gallons.
Here comes the rain
Oh, you
again,
made it.
falling on my head like a memory.
And then fill it up.
Falling on my head like a new emotion.
Good morning, Fishymon. Yeah, so I've basically been kind of diluting the water for the last month with the remineralized stuff. So like my experience, like, all right, let's say I'm just going to use TDS as an example, and I'm going to use RO water, which is going to be 0, right? So if I had a tank full of 100 TDS water, and I did a 50% water change with 0 TDS water, the TDSs in the tank afterwards would be 50, right? Now, if I were to do a flush like I'm doing now, of that of the 0 TDS water, it would actually only end up being like 75, more like 77, 78 in my experience, because it's flowing in and then some of that is flowing back out as well. So I don't know if any of that made sense. That's kind of the difference. But I think next week if I actually just drain 20 gallons and then fill it back up, we should have a different result. Like I said, I didn't want to shock any of the fish, so that's why I've been kind of doing this real slow. But it's been a little while now, so I think we've probably gotten a pretty good clip of the new water in here. TDSs are still, you know what, that's a good question. What is the TDS in the remineralized water? I think I tested this already once. Let's take a look.
Fisherman64 said, I see we are still looking at that brown sleeping dog still.
The TDSs in here are 160. So theoretically, the tank should be around 160 at some point. But because I keep diluting it, and obviously TDS is built up in tanks over time, so I think we might be at the point where we should start doing full-on water changes and stop doing the flush. I think next week we're going to try that. Have to guesstimate what 20 gallons is. I guess I could use buckets. I might have to do that. We'll fill up a bucket 4 times. Fill up 4 buckets. All that 20 gallons. Yeah. That's an idea, man.
Barbara Jackson said, who's the cute little striped guy?
Cute little striped guy. The dude, the bigger fish, that's the one that's swimming up there. That would be a festivum. I don't know where he went. He's over here in the corner, right? Yeah, that's a festivum. I need to get more of them. Problem is, I had a couple in the beginning. I think one of them died in quarantine, but that dude kind of killed the rest of them. He's a pretty aggressive dude. Although I might, I don't know. I have that one angel in the other tank, my other 75, because the one died. I have a wine Millerai Geo who's getting
Window
pretty
Licker
big.
#5 said, full throttle, Captain. Let's make the numbers move.
That's right. I think next week
New
we're
Local
doing it.
Austin said festivum for the rest of them.
That's right. What's up, man? How you doing? Good morning. You know, I keep trying. In my mind, I want to come to the Wednesday witching hour, but man, it's in the middle of the night for me. It's been an occasion I wake up in the middle of the night and I see it on, and I'm like, oh.
P&W Aqua said, yeah, festivum can be mean.
Yeah, they were a tough customer, man. I think he's kind of chilled out with everybody, but I really do like him. I wouldn't mind getting some more. I just worry that, like, first of all, he's probably well established and territorial now, so if I put any other ones in here, he's probably gonna freaking try and kill him. Maybe I could get some younger ones and put them in the other 75, but then I worry about them going after the angel. I don't know.
Select Pet said, Jason, you should plan to come to the ACA next June in Lexington, Kentucky. We should get a bunch of fish tube folks together for it.
When is that? June, you said? An idea. Not a bad idea.
Geek Boy said, I have to pretend to be a responsible adult on Thursdays, so I never make the Wed Witching Hour.
Yeah. Is new local Austin, are you coming to the Keystone Clash this year? Good time last year. Yeah. This is getting there. Yeah, I think next week we're definitely going to do the 20% water change, like full on straight up water change. See how that works. Do you think this looks worse? It probably does look shaggier, in my opinion. In your, well, it
That's
does.
lovely, that is.
Yeah, it is. But it honestly looks like we might be turning a corner here. I'm not sure.
Daniken Aquatics said, "You're ready for the
Yo.
clash."
Yar! Nice. Right on. What's up, Kenny? Good morning.
Dave's Aquarium Thoughts said, "Does this look infected to you?"
Infected. Infected with BBA. Nope. We're almost done here. I gotta get heading out soon. I got a family birthday to go to. Oh. I gotta. Well, I stopped too quick.
Andy Carson said, "Thanks for the cultural nostalgia stream. Take care, everyone."
Yeah. Thank you for being here and enjoying it. A little bit here. I feel like this is. Oh, there we go. Still got a little bit more to go. Oh wow, hang on. We're filling up more than we're draining here. Starting to get tank's getting too full. I have to let that run for a minute. So far that overflow is keeping up, which is good.
Windowlicker
No
hash
movement
5
there.
said, "What is Jason doing for the clash? Did my Hollywood Square idea crash and burn?"
That's not a bad idea. I
Fisherman64
gotta
said,
think
"Who's
about
more
this.
important, family or us? I see where your loyalty lies, Jazrin."
You know, listen here. At some point, I gotta keep the family happy. And I missed out on a bunch of other things, so I guess I should not miss out on this. Yeah, the water level seems to be holding strong here, so hopefully this by. I'm really hoping this works. And the only other thing we gotta worry about getting it set up on 2 other tanks. Temperature's already going up. It was 74, now it's 75. I'm hopeful, very hopeful.
Fisherman64 said, "Just kidding, family first always."
Well, you know, I haven't seen my parents in like a while. I guess that's probably a good thing. My brother, My niece and nephew. She's about to go back to college, so that's why we're doing this birthday thing this week instead of next week.
New local Austin said him down for Hollywood Squares at the Clash, assuming I'm Center Square.
That's an idea. But the problem is we need, like, how you gonna do we have to get, like, a stage. Or we're gonna stack people. How are we gonna get people, you know, tic-tac-toe? That'd be a good idea. Not a bad idea. I gotta think about this. I will formulate some ideas in my head. It would be fun. We could have... Oh, that's a good idea. We could have Roxanne and
Barbara
Peplin
Jackson said
be the
coincidence.
contestants.
We're celebrating my sister-in-law's birthday later tonight. Chocolate cake and ice cream.
Right on! I'm down with that. Oh, my knees. I cannot bend like this.
Fisherman64 said Jazrin don't hurt yourself thinking and all.
Thanks, man. I'll try not to. Yeah, I think, hopeful that this overflow system is going to work. Could work, man. It could. The water level is getting like way high. For some reason, I'm not draining as fast as I'm filling, so, but we're almost done filling. It's on its side here, so we get the last few drops. And then I will let the...
Window Liquor #5 said go with it, Jason, yes, yes. I bet Evan Corey would play, could be a blast. Hit the
Oh, there you
button.
go.
It could work.
It could work! Oh, I turned it off. Where is it?
Dave's
It's not even here.
Aquarium Thoughts said just stack 9 TV with video feed would probably be safer. Unless the TV stack falls over.
Oh, yeah. Well, then we need a whole lot of cameras. And a computer that can handle a whole lot of inputs from cameras. These are ideas, man. I guess I gotta get on it. Right, I think
Barbara Jackson said, is there a Panda Garrett in there?
there was 8 of them. I've only been able to count 6 in the last couple of weeks, so. But yes. I'm thinking something might have happened to 2 of them. All right. We are good on the water. Should unplug this. Take this out of there. Whoops. Put this hose away, or this pump away. Back in its holding cell. Take this water. Dump the little remnants out. Ooh. Set this for next week. Cool. Cool. Let that catch up, because we were filling faster than we were draining. Which means I probably had some air trapped in that siphon. Fishy, fishy. Fishy, fishy. I see those fishies. Did that just kick on? Yeah, it did.
Daniken Aquatic said yes, the two are missing because of the festivum. They are killers.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. Those festivums are rough. I found that out the hard way. Yeah, I've only been... I was thinking maybe because I kind of started feeding like every other day in this tank. My feeding schedule's kind of been a little light, so I'm thinking maybe I didn't feed enough. Starved a couple of them out. I don't know. Maybe it is because the festivums are killing everybody. Might just need to move them to their own little holding cell.
Dave's Aquarium Thoughts said, I think Pandagara Diplomacy would make a decent band name.
There you go. All right, guys, that's it. I think we've done it. We've managed to get everything done. I'm gonna let this kind of drain a little bit so I'm not so overfull. Pump kick on once or twice more. We're almost good. I will keep everybody. Well, I guess we'll check it out next week, and I'll keep an eye on that overflow system we just set up. This whole mess.
Dave's Aquarium
Still
Thoughts
holding
said,
strong.
Successes.
Oh, what? Success. Okay. I'm like, what? Yep. So it's still working. It's holding strong.
Barbara Jackson said thanks for the fun live stream, Jason and everyone. Bye.
Thank you very much for coming. Do it again next week. Same time, same place. I think next week it's not. I think I got like a week or two before I gotta be a short stream again.
Whips World
not
said,
have a stream that
we have
weekend.
exhausted Jason's patience and he bids us a fond adieu.
That's it.
Enjoy your day, everyone.
That's right, guys. Thanks for coming. I have to head out here. I'm actually running late, so I gotta get moving. But thanks, everyone. We'll do this again next week. As always, hit the like if you haven't. Subscribe if you're not. If you got any questions or comments, leave it down below in the comments. I will address all that stuff all the time. Got anything you want to show me? You can email me here. And other than
Daniken
that,
Aquatic said,
we'll do it again.
thanks, Jason, bye all.
Thanks, everybody, and bye. We'll see you next time. Bye.